Tom. Now, today is Garter Day, which means the King and Queen will attend the annual service to mark the oldest British order of chivalry.
Well, joining us now is our Royal Correspondent, Cameron Walker, live from Windsor Castle. And Cameron, what's going on today?
Good afternoon, Tom and Emily. Well, any moment now we're expecting members of the royal family and knights and lady companions of the Order of Garter to process from the upper ward of the castle, where the state apartments are, down to the lower wards here. Behind the gate, King Henry VIII gate behind me, is St George's Chapel, the spiritual home of the Order of the Garter. And that is the oldest and most senior order of chivalry in Britain. 4 new knights and ladies have been invested by the King this morning, including Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, the composer of musicals such as Phantom of the Opera and Jesus Christ Superstar, as well as the Duchess of Edinburgh, a long-standing member of the working royal family. Lord Cacker, a professor at University College London, and Lord Peachley, Air Chief Marshal as well. But it's a relatively close, small group, because senior members of the royal family, such as the Princess of Wales and indeed the Duchess of Edinburgh, are not part of the order as it stands. But Buckingham Palace has confirmed the King is attending, despite the fact he's still undergoing cancer treatment. But there was a bit of a question mark as to whether Garter Day would be happening at all, because we've got the general election taking place, and Buckingham Palace announced when we found out that the general election was taking place that each engagement with a member of the royal family carries out will be on a case-by-case basis, because they cannot distract from a general election. But knights and ladies are kind of given out at the sole discretion of the sovereign, so there's no government or parliamentary interference. There is a bit of an elephant in the room as well. That is the Duke of York. He remains a knight of the Garter, but he's not expected to take part in the public procession down to St George's Chapel, but he was expected at both the investiture and the private lunch afterwards. But the procession, of course, is very traditional. They'll be wearing white plumed hats, dark blue velvet robes as well, and then will depart following the service at St George's Chapel in carriages back up to the castle. So we're expecting the King, the Prince of Wales, the Queen, among other senior members of the royal family and Knights of Ladies of the Garter. So at the start of a very busy summer schedule of royal engagements.
It was Father's Day, of course, and Princess Catherine released a beautiful picture of her family.
Yes, she certainly did, Emily, and it was the first time we've seen some kind of social media post from the royal children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, saying that they loved their dear papa and wished him a happy Father's Day. The Princess of Wales took that photograph on the Norfolk coast last month, I am told, and of course it comes just a day after the Princess of Wales was at Trooping the Colour, the first engagement she had carried out since Christmas Day last year. Kensington Palace says she said actually in a personal letter to the nation that she has good days and bad days with her chemotherapy. So it's not a full return to public engagements, but it was lovely to see her on Saturday nonetheless.
It certainly was. And do we have any clue about what further engagements she will be making? Obviously, as you say, there are always going to be up and down days. There's always going to be backwards and forwards. Do we have any sort of clue about, is this the start of a slow return to public duties or more of a one-off?
Well, Kensington Palace has ruled out the Princess attending the Garter Day and indeed Royal Ascot this week, but they have not ruled out further engagements before the summer is out. But they're taking it very, very slowly and giving the Princess the time and space to recover. So I don't think they're going to confirm anything until the Princess is ready to carry out another engagement.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed, Cameron Walker, our Royal Correspondent there from Windsor Castle.